This is Tar Heel Talk, an in-depth look at the issues and people making news in North Carolina. Here's your host, Sonia Williams.
As you continue planning your holiday shopping, there are efforts to encourage people to shop at locally owned stores rather than national chains. And joining me now to explain why that is important is Holly Van Apeldoorn, Marketing Director for Lafayette Village in North Raleigh, and Hannah Yeager, who is the manager of Juice Keys. Welcome to Tar Heel Talk.
Thank you.
Now, Holly, there seems to be this huge push for people to shop at local businesses. Why is that so important?
I think it's so important because it helps keep the money within the state. So, these are our, our neighbors, and they're here and they're in those shops working every day. And so it's just an opportunity to help support your neighbor and get to know your neighbor, kind of that, old feel of getting to know, you walk in and you know the owner, they know you by name. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's, we're trying to get back to that. And at Lafayette Village, we focus on that. All of our shops are actually locally owned and operated. So, and that was one of the visions that the developer had when he came up with the idea of the center.
Okay. And Hannah, Juice Keys is going to be, or is the newest shop to open in Lafayette Village. Tell us about the store.
So Juice Keys is 100% all organic juice and smoothie bar. We offer smoothies, acai bowls, juices, dessert fuels, some shots. It's soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, and free of refined sugars. So it's all very good for you. It's top-of-the-line quality products. Our mission is keys to great health. So we just try to educate our customers as well as we can.
And so there'll be healthy options. You mentioned shots. We want to clarify that those are
healthy shots, superfood shots.
Absolutely,
yes.
Very important. When you talk about the importance of having locally owned businesses all in one location like Lafayette Village, that's really a win-win, not just for the business owners, but for the entire community.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so talk a little bit about the jobs that are created because of these locally owned businesses.
We've got, in Lafayette Village, there's 30 different suites, and they range from restaurants to specialty shops and boutiques. And so, we're employing anywhere from probably, I would say, 100 to 300 different job opportunities with wait staff, kitchen staff, boutique managers, and also cashiers and all of that. So, it definitely helps increase the employee within North Carolina here.
And you were supporting some local businesses at Lafayette Village today. You've got a beautiful floral arrangement and some other things.
Yep, so the floral arrangement is from Watkins Flowers of Distinction, and they have been in business for over 35 years and just relocated to Lafayette Village in the last year. And so, all of your holiday centerpieces or those gifts that you're wanting to send to people locally that you may not live here but you want to send something to them, Watkins is definitely one of the top rated. They have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp, and they do a beautiful job. I'm also sporting a pink boutique outfit today, so they just got in a huge line of cocktail dresses, and they have more coming in for Saturday. Yes, absolutely. And then to finish off the outfit, hair done by Parlor Blow Dry Bar, nails done by Love Nails, both locally owned shops within Lafayette Village.
So lots of shopping options all in one location.
Yes, absolutely.
How can people find out more information about Lafayette Village and the stores that are there?
So you can visit our website, which is www.LafayetteVillageRaleigh.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Now, Hannah, talk a little bit more about Juice Keys and why it's so important to have a store like that.
It's important to have a store like Juice Keys because everyone needs health and everyone needs to run towards better health. So what we do is help to educate individuals in getting to better health. So we do that by the products that we all have and by clearly communicating and educating our consumers and customers.
And I understand you're doing some special things for the holidays, partnering with the Salvation Army.
Yeah, we are. We got some stockings So when customers come in, they're able to take them home and fill them up and bring them back. And once they bring them back, they're able to get 20% off of their order.
Okay, so definitely an incentive to come in and also to support our families in need
Definitely.
during the holidays.
Definitely.
All right, and how can people find out more information about Juice Keys?
You can go to our website, which is www.juicekeys.com, and also we can go to our Instagram page. It's Juice Keys. It's very popular.
Okay, well, we wish you both a very happy holiday, and thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right. We'll be back with more Tar Heel Talk after these messages. Today's show is all about supporting local businesses this holiday season and all year long. And joining me now are brother and sister team Chris and Kelly Young. They are the owners of Juice Keys. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, we're glad to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we heard a little bit about your store in the first segment, but you two, like I said, your brother-sister team who started this business. Tell us a little bit about how you got started and why you got started.
Sure. Yeah. So our story goes back to 2010. I was in the Marine Corps in 2010, and I had just come back from a pretty tough deployment, and I had some bumps and bruises. I was having some bad headaches and some back pain, and really couldn't get back to my normal self. And when I came back from the deployment, I returned to the Marine Corps training out in California. And Kelly and I, we would always talk. Kelly would write letters about clean eating and juicing and wheatgrass and organic foods. And I never really bought into it, but the more she started to preach it, the more I started to take it on out there. And I started with wheatgrass, and I started to see my headaches kind of start to decline. And then I started to get into juicing, green juicing, and I kind of healed myself from what I thought was a pretty tough deployment. And I'm like, man, there's really something to this. And so slowly it started to become a passion. I met a really neat person out in Joshua Tree, California, who was a juice bar owner, and started to learn the model of what a juice bar looks like, how you build one. And all the meanwhile, Kelly was back here at NC State working with, on food combining and working with some cancer patients and with people that were pretty ill, and trying to take a more holistic approach to helping them battle their illness. And Kelly and I, we kept the conversation going to the point when I ended up getting out of the Marine Corps and coming home. We were like, man, we're crazy if we don't do something together to really help people. And, I think she has the skill set in terms of being able to design a menu with food, and I think I have the business mindset to put this together and build a great juice bar. So that's kind of the wave tops of it all, but that's how it came to fruition.
Okay, and Kelly, you dealt with some health issues of your own.
Yeah, so when I was 15, I'm 33 now, I broke my back in gymnastics. And that was a catalyst for about 6 years of just living in the standard American diet of packaged food. Back then, low calorie was popular, fat-free, no sugar. And I just, whatever the mainstream media was saying, that's just what I was doing. Hit up against medical walls for 6 years, and then finally one summer I just kind of, different seeds had been planted along the way, and 2006 was the summer where I was like, started eating all organic and taking these baby steps to letting food be my medicine, and just in 3 months I felt a huge difference, and that was enough for me to know there was something really to it. And so from 2006 till now, you're always learning, you're always growing. And when you kind of get into a holistic lifestyle, there's so many possibilities out there that you start to feel empowered yourself, and you don't feel like a victim. You feel in control of your health. So it's a really beautiful thing. And we never knew we'd be working in this industry. It's the path it took, and teamed up, and we now can take the stuff that we learned and have seen come true and then help other people feel better.
Well, talk about some of the things that you've brought along, because I would never think of, when I think of a juice bar, I would never think of all these delicious looking treats that you have.
Yeah, of course. Well, so first, of course, these right here, you have just your juice. And what juice is you're taking fruits and vegetables, you put it through a juicer, and you're left with the actual juice from the fruits and vegetables. So it's not been pasteurized, it's not been heated, so it's in its raw form, so you have a lot of enzymes and nutrients that are gonna do the body really good.
Okay. And they're organic.
And everything's organic,
Okay.
yeah. And then right here, the up front are the Power Bowls, and we're big believers in making healthy taste good. You don't have to just like try to be healthy and just try to make yourself eat it and not enjoy it. And the Power Bowls are really popular. It has the consistency of soft serve ice cream. It's raw nut butters, different fruits and vegetables, protein in there, and then we layer fresh fruit and granola and top it with all kinds of toppings. And they're incredibly popular and really, really delicious, all different kinds of flavors. And then we have these right here, the energy balls. And they're after energy bars, lots of nuts and dates. They're sweet and crunchy and salty and really, really popular. And people will have those instead of opting for a cookie, and it really does satisfy you in that way.
So they taste good.
They do, they do.
Yeah.
And then we have shots. These are the shots that were mentioned earlier. They're superfood shots, not the other kind of shots. And they're very nutrient dense, so you're gonna be getting a lot from a little. So in those, we put turmeric root in there and lemon, and that's it. And so people will take half of one of those or a full, and you're just really pouring in nutrition into the body to help it utilize it, to help it run towards better health.
Okay.
And that's, yeah.
And you talk about taking baby steps with this. So kind of walk us through what that might look like for someone who is looking, especially as we approach the new year, setting those New Year's resolutions, but someone who's looking to make some healthier eating options.
Yeah. So one of our goals is meeting someone wherever they're at and having different options. So someone who's scared to death, you know, kind of to try a juice bar, and it's like, look, this isn't my thing. So we have smoothies. We didn't bring in a smoothie, but we have different levels of, like, we have an apple pie smoothie. And a lot of people who are scared to try anything healthy, they come in and they'll try that. You have lots of fiber in there, lots of healthy fat, and they'll be like, wow, this tastes really, really good. So doing baby steps would be something like that. So if you typically have, you know, fast food for breakfast, coming in and having a Power Bowl or a smoothie, and it's so good and you'll feel so much better. So just doing, you know, one thing, changing one thing about your day, or, you know, even one change in a week is gonna make an impact with that.
Okay. How can people find out more information about Juice Keys? Because they can order things online as well.
Well, yeah, so juicekeys.com is our website, and then we're always posting the latest food pictures and updates on our Instagram handle. So.
And as we are in the midst of the holiday season, I know you have gift cards that would make a great option.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot of gift cards, a lot of different ways to get them. We'll even send them out if you're out of state or out of the city. We can send them to you, and you know, we can definitely provide them for us.
What is your vision for Juice Keys?
I think our vision is, you know, Kelly and I, we want this to be a, you know, lifelong pursuit of building the perfect juice bar. We're incredibly passionate about it, and I think we both have the requisite skill sets to where we find it challenging every day, and not only in terms of just educating people, but also building the right team, you know, to go out there and educate people and grow the business and promote, you know, the benefits of clean, real food. So our overall vision is to reach as many people as possible without compromising our integrity.
Absolutely, and letting people know that eating healthy can also taste good as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you both the best of luck, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sonny.
Okay, we'll be back with more Tar Heel Talk after these messages. Welcome back to Tar Heel Talk. I'm Sonia Williams. As you continue planning your holiday shopping, there are efforts to encourage people to shop at locally owned stores rather than national chains. And joining me now is Keisha Dozier. She is the owner of the Chocolate Boutique in Lafayette Village. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the Chocolate Boutique is your baby, your creation. Tell us about your store.
Yes, my husband and I started the business 6 years ago. Well, we opened 6 years ago. The idea came much earlier than that. It's like if I died, what would I want to do tomorrow, whether I was paid for it or not? And I love chocolate, always have loved chocolate. So it was chocolate or hot yoga, and chocolate definitely won out.
So you traveled the world learning how to make chocolate.
Yes, I have a science and clinical background as it is, but I will tell you, continuing education in chocolate has been a lot of fun. So we went to Italy and Belgium and Spain and just looked at different ways of making chocolate and ways that it makes people happy, and just brought some of those things back to North Carolina.
It definitely makes people happy, and you've got some treats here that I know are going to make a lot of people happy this holiday season. Talk about some of the gift ideas, because I know that especially when we're looking for that perfect gift for a teacher or a coach, people come to you.
Absolutely. So a few of the different items that we have are silver platters. We can also do baskets of chocolates as well too, but this is an example of some of the different varieties that we can do. All of the gifts are customized.
Okay, hold that up so people
Sure.
can see that at home. It's beautiful.
Thank you. So there's milk chocolates, dark chocolates, nuts or no nuts, lots of different varieties. People like to come in and put gifts together according to what their loved one or coworker or someone would like. So they get a chance to customize it, which is very nice.
Right, make it special.
Absolutely. And then we also have other gifts, for example, teacher gifts. Schools are getting out shortly for the holidays, and it's really great to see families and children, students come in and choose gifts for their favorite teachers.
Right, right. Now I see an adult beverage
Yes.
that's blinged out. Tell us about that.
It is. That's One Hope. That's just an example of the line of wines and beers that we offer as well too. A lot of people don't realize that, oh, you have wine and beer as well as chocolate. Absolutely, because they complement each other very well. So in addition to the parties, for example, that we have, you can come in and purchase a gift and purchase chocolates and wine.
Okay. And talk a little bit about the parties that you have, because that is something that you can offer for all ages.
Absolutely. So we do corporate parties, team building events, birthday parties, date nights, girls' night out events, any occasion or no occasion at all, to come in and have the opportunity to make chocolate. We prepare it in our machines and bring it out to you to make all sorts of fun creations with, and everyone goes home with up to a half a pound of chocolate.
Oh, that sounds like a great party.
Yes, lots of fun.
Now, you have been a part of the Lafayette Village community, as you said, for the past 6 years. Talk a little bit about how that has been for your business, and then knowing that you're working with other locally owned businesses like yourself.
We really enjoy being at Lafayette, being a part of Lafayette. It feels like so much more than just a shopping center. You know, everything in the village is locally owned and operated. And at one point we were told that it was the largest center or shopping facility like that in the Southeast, you know. So we just had the Shop Small Saturday event last weekend, I believe, and it was just a really nice opportunity for everyone to focus on coming to a village where it's locally owned and operated and supporting local people and keeping the money in the community.
Right. And you talk about keeping the money in the community. You're hiring local college students and local people to work in your store.
Correct. We try to work with the local schools such as Ravenscroft and St. Timothy's and Daniels Middle, lots of different schools that are in the area, Millbrook as well too, and train kids and give them an opportunity to work in a chocolate establishment. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work as well too. So they are pleasantly surprised that there's a lot of facets of early employment that they can learn. So
Right,
it's
great
nice
way.
to employ people in the community.
Absolutely, a great way for those students to get some real world work experience.
Absolutely, that's right, through a fun avenue of chocolate.
Now, how can people find out more information about the Chocolate Boutique?
There's a couple of ways. You can visit our website, and then you can also visit us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. We're on lots of different social media avenues as well too. Thank you. And then you'll be able to connect with us via social media, and we're happy to, if you give us a call even, to customize special gifts for you. Can pretty much do anything.
Okay, and those are some special gifts you have in your hand. I want our viewers to be able to see when you talk about those customized gifts, just what you can do, especially like I said, for a teacher. It's always tough to find the right gift for a teacher and not have her get the same thing every year.
This is true. And you can't go wrong with chocolate. What we have here are Irish cream, we have tiramisu ganache.
You can lean it forward just a little
Ganache
bit.
is a combination of chocolate and heavy cream as well too. So it's nice to be able to choose and make your own varieties based on what your teachers and your staff would love. So salted caramels are very popular, and you can never go wrong with chocolate bacon.
Oh, absolutely. Two of my favorite things.
That's
for
right.
sure.
The salty sweet combination is definitely a hit.
What has been your experience as you look back over the last 6 years of working and owning your own business? What has been your experience, and what advice would you give to someone else who may be thinking about starting a business?
Research, definitely research is key. And to not be afraid to reach out to people who are successful at what you'd like to do and ask them for help. So no, until we die, we're always learning. So
Absolutely.
It's definitely good to reach out to people, and for the most part, people are always willing to help, and we get that a lot. You know, people will come in and say they're wanting to start a business, whether it's in the field of chocolate or not. I personally, my husband as well, are always happy to give advice on how to get started doing so.
Excellent. I know that a lot of local businesses will partner with nonprofit organizations to help support the community in that way. Can you talk a little bit about the way that the Chocolate Boutique in Lafayette Village is doing that?
Absolutely. So we work, and we are exclusive chocolatier for the local chapter of the ADA, the American Diabetes Association. So we do have a lot of chocolate, sugar-free chocolate as well too. So just in addition to all the wonderful regular chocolates, there's a great variety of sugar-free chocolates available. So we tend to work with the American Diabetes Association to do that, as well as other charities and organizations as well too.
Okay, so excellent. Great ways to partner and give back to the community as well.
Absolutely. That's key. That's very important to us, not only at the Chocolate Boutique, but Lafayette Village as a whole.
And shopping local, like we were saying earlier, is a win-win, not just for your business, but for the entire community.
Absolutely. 70 cents out of every dollar tends to stay in that community when you shop local. So that's an initiative of not only the Chocolate Boutiques, but all of the merchants at Lafayette Village as well too. And we encourage people, and I probably would say that we don't let people know that enough, that these are all local merchants, that we go to the same schools and we go to the same churches and we live in the same community. So we definitely want to help support each other.
Absolutely. And tell us again how people can find out more information about the Chocolate Boutique and all the services that you provide.
Absolutely. They can visit us at the Chocolate Boutique website, which is www.chocolateboutique.com. And then you can also visit us on Facebook. Our Twitter handle is Chocolate Boutique, and The Choc Boutique as well too. Lots of different social media avenues for you to visit us. And then there's always a phone call. We're just a phone call away for you to give us a call, and we'll be happy to take care of any chocolate needs. Chocolate tends to be an impulse buy, but a lot of times it's a destination purchase with us too.
And it's delicious.
Thank you.
Keisha Dozier with the Chocolate Boutique, thank you so much for the work that you're doing, and thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. That's it for this week's Tar Heel Talk. To comment on this or other episodes of the show, follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, or send an email to tarheeltalk@fox50.com. I'm Sonia Williams. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your week.